looks like we are live on Twitch. We are now live on the YouTubes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my nerdy little corner of the internet. If you are watching this from the live stream, hello. I'm so happy to see you. If you are watching this on the VOD, well, thank you for coming in and watching. Today, we get to play some Avatar: The Last Airbender on Magic: The Gathering Arena. So, first off, we're going to play some sealed because I got a sealed token because I like spending money. So, the next question is, we get to have one of the 5 main characters. We can have Aang, Katara, Azula, Zuko, or Toph. So we're guaranteed to have one copy of the character in our sealed pool. But then after that, we are on our own with the lucky pools. We also get 2 packs that are specifically the color of our character, so we are going to be heavily incentivized in playing that color. So with that, chat, which color should we play? We are going to get Azula. Here we go, sealed token, let's go. Let's see what we get. Alright, okay. So, I think this is giving us a pretty good idea on what we want to build here. We have 2 Maze Gorenfall Strikers, which is fantastic. Bayfaln's Bounty Hunters is an absolute bomb. We have the Great Divide Guide, which will be helpful if we want to splash any 3rd color. Day of Black Sun is a board wipe. And then Foggy Swamp Visions. There's an additional cost to cast a spell Warband X. Exile X target card, creature cards from graveyards. For each creature exiled this way, create a token that's a copy of it. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice those tokens. So what we're going to want to do with those is get a bunch of enter the battlefield effects from that. So that'll be very, very helpful. And then Planetarium of Wan Shi Tong. Pay 1, scry 2. Whenever you scry your Surveil, look at the top card of your library. You may cast that card as though you without paying its mana cost, which enables itself. So that's great, and we can go up to 6. Lion Turtle is this splashable. Vigilance Reach. When it enters, you gain 3 life. Cannot attack or block unless there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard, and it can tap for mana of any color. Okay, I mean, I think the rares are pretty clear that we should look at the black and green deck first off. So let's put in some cards that are playable. Obviously, we're going to put in these Cause Inspectors, really nice. Menace, so when they die, we get to draw off a clue. Corrupt Court Officials, Azula Always Lies, Epic Downfall. We'll put in the Foggy Swamp Visions. I like One Ozai's Cruelty. We'll play Azula. Whenever you draw your second turn, reanimate that. That seems pretty decent, or can be decent. Sold Out, removal. Always like removal. Lo In Lee grabs a Lesson or Noble card. That alone makes it playable, in my opinion. Canyon Crawler's good. Day of Black Sun's good. We'll put the Great Divide Guide in for now. The Boulder attacks Earthbend X, where X is the number of creatures you control, with power 4 or greater. Yeah, it seems pretty decent. Like a good addition here. How many big creatures do we have, though? We don't have that many. So, we'll put them in here for now, see how we feel about it. Saber-tooth Moose Lion, pretty solid. Messenger Hawk is fantastic. And obviously we're going to put in the Bounty Hunters. Okay, it looks like we also have some pretty solid blue-green in here. So let's take a look at the rest of our blue. So we have Octopus Form, which is essentially a counterspell lesson. With blue and green, we want to put in as many lessons as we can. So Waterbending Lesson's solid. Sokka's Haiku. How are we on creatures? Oh, we don't have that many creatures, so we'll want to put in creatures. Let's put in those creatures here. Lion Turtle, Platypus Bear, and the Hermetic Herbalist. We have plenty of mana fixing with this, so we should be perfectly fine being able to play all the cards that we need. I think so much so that we're just going to put in each of the sack draw lands, because they're all just really good. How many nobles do we have in here? If these were nobles, that would be fantastic. I don't think we're playing Azula anymore, so we won't play Lo In Lee. We have a lot of Enter the Battlefield effects, it looks like. We got Lion Turtle, Ruffians, it's a dice trigger for Foggy Swamp Visions. Messenger Hawks have Enter the Battlefield. Official has an Enter the Battlefield. Cause Inspectors have die triggers. So we've got a lot of fun things we can do with the visions. The trick now is taking this down 3 cards. And we want them to be non-creatures. So we want to keep Sold Out. We really want to keep most of these. I think we take out the Day of Black Sun. We have enough dice trigger cards for Deadly Precision to be pretty good. Also, we have a good number of clue generation. We have a lot of ways to ramp too, which is fantastic, but we'll also have these up here as our top end. I think we could take out the Ruffians. Then we can with this much dig and mana development, we can go 16 lands. So if we look at the mana set here, I think we can go down one forest. Yep, that looks about right. So with that, let's try this out. Hold on a second. My water heater sounds like it's playing a drum. So I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. Sorry about that. Our water heater decided that it wants to audition for the Blue Man Group. So, but it doesn't look anything serious, so we can get back to the game. Boom! M. Wyson. Okay, let's take a look here. Looks like we can play pretty much everything we want from this. We can Swamp Cycle the Canyon Crawler. We can turn to Corrupt Court Official, and then see if we draw into another card.
Water. Earth. Fire. Air.
Alright, we have Swamp there. Let's put on the Official. They're going... Ooh, okay. We can go here. And it is First Strike. Not Double Strike. Fire Nebby Trebuchet. I think we hold this up for now. If we draw another land, we can Canyon Crawler. I don't think we want to spend the turn to do Waterbending Lesson right now. Whenever it attacks. Okay, so we won't be using that with the Swamp Visions. Oh, at the beginning of my next sense. Oh, that's next sense. Yep. Okay, so they'll lose 2. We'll discard the Crawlers and the Azula always lies. We'll draw 3 cards. And then we'll pay 2 this way. And then we'll pass the turn. So the next turn we can put down the Beifong Bounty Hunters. And then the turn after that, we can play the Foggy Swamp Visions and get a bunch of creatures back. Sacrifice them all and Earthbend a bunch. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay. That's actually quite scary. Okay. Okay. Let's North Pole Gates. Put down those bounty hunters. And then we have Octopus Form to protect any of our... It's here, June. If they attack, we'll actually trade with the Corrupt Court Official. Let's see, we can currently do 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it can. Oh, it has flying. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yep, Dragon's Patrol get big. And then sacrifice it to the June. That's really good. That is really good. I want to see if they'll trade for the bounty hunters. So let's swing with the bounty hunters. Oh, we don't get to bring back that much. Yeah, I think they got us, unfortunately. But let's see. We go 1, 2. Yep, we lose 2 life. Yep, Brandon Shaw is big. Brandon Shaw's good. Yep, that maze pretty good. I think we'll slaughter in now with now that we've seen her power, I think. But I don't know, this doesn't seem like a May deck. Yeah, you just attack in, my friend. You sacrifice the clue, you attack with Renshaw, you get a boulder. The boulder! Is he thinking I have some sort of combat trick? Yep. Just that clue, yep. And then you activate Ren and Shaw. And then you activate Ren and Shaw. And then you activate Ren and Shaw. Why are they not activating Ren and Shaw? What are you doing? Okay. Okay. The blood bender. Oh, very nice. I'll probably take my... Okay. Sure. I mean, I just died to the... Oh, this is a light. This is nice. Okay. So if we go lion turtle. We attack with these. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Firebending lesson. Oh, and they still, yep. Yep, that'll get me. I should have kept it. Is what is. Aw. That's rude. All right. No, I think this deck is good as is. They just had the best card, one of the best cards in the set, dropped on us, and that's fine. As long as our next few opponents don't do the exact same thing, we'll be fine. Jake Steele. Okay. We really don't have anything, so we'll mulligan here. This is a lot better. We'll take this, and we'll send away the Origin of Metalbending. We go turn 1 Callous Inspector, or turn 2 Callous Inspector, I guess. And then we have mana fixing with Cycle of Renewal. Oh my gosh, it's Appa!
Water. Earth. Fire. Air.
Long ago, the 4 nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when they played a card. Ooh, that's solid. Okay, Messenger Hawk. Create all the clues. Whenever this or another ally you control enters, gain 1 life. If it's the second time this ability has resolved, draw a card. I think we are going to throw an Inspector in front of it next turn. But with the Cycle of Renewal, we'll definitely be able to thin out our deck incredibly quick. Yep, ah, beautiful. With mana value 3 or greater, they don't have one of those. So we will do this. We will find a swamp and a forest. Yep, sounds good. have this epic downfall for any big thing he puts down. We take 4 this turn. Interesting. Okay. Would be nice if we didn't just draw a bunch of lands. Okay. John, we will epic downfall that John, no questions asked. Okay. It'll block. We have 1 in the graveyard, so play the Corrupt Artificial. Epic downfall to John. And then we don't have enough mana to sack a land, so we put down the tap land. Pass the turn. This slows down the clock just a little bit. Yep. Come on, non-land. That is a non-land. That. Ah. Yep, that'll do it. Oh well. All right. Game number 3. Okay. This is interesting, and it could be really good if we draw land, but my luck is terrible, so we will not do that. We'll put down our tap lands first, and then we'll go Messenger Hawk into Messenger Hawk, get a bunch of clues.
My cabbages!
Whenever you sacrifice the food, may you search your library for a basic land card to put on the battlefield map. If you search your library this way, put this character on the bottom of the owner's library and then shuffle. Put down the Messenger Hawk. And then turn after that, we can actually... Next turn we can waterbending lesson. Fill in our hand while their hands may be a little bit slow? Question mark. UA? Okay. Yes, we were not planning on taking that out anyway. So we will definitely take 3 here. So yeah, Azula Always Lies will take out the UA with the Messenger Hawk. So we can go Messenger Hawk, Inspector, Azula next turn? No, sorry. Messenger Hawk, Azula Always Lies. Waterbend 5, you may cast a non-creature spell from your hand without paying. Okay. I mean, it's not. Oh no! +1/+1 counters. See, now we'll have to shrink and double block. That's just setting us up for a very, very bad move. Okay, they did tap out though with bad removal. So we'll take 4 here. One of our Messenger Hawks will live. UA gets -1/-1. Messenger Hawk gets +1/+1. They'll probably kill the Hawk with the counter on it. Next turn we play Canyon Crawler. Actually, we could play the Boulder! And then hold up with the Origin of Metal Bending. The Boulder is unimpressed. The Boulder is unimpressed with your abilities. For the Boulder hasn't learned Metal Bending. The Boulder has fallen for your 2-for-1. Your 2-for-2. I am in serious trouble now. Yep, they got it.
My cabbages!
Alright. A nice little 0-3 to start the set. It's all good. We've had fun with that. Let's see how we fare in a draft, shall we? Let us see how we fare within this draft. Okie dokie. Let's take a look. See, so we got Aim at the Crossroads, which is 2-for-1 if we find a creature. It's really good. No. Let's see here. Master Piandao is really good. First striker that digs. Honestly, I think we'll take that over the Ain right now. Sold Out is removal. Haru is really good in the inside the allies deck. I think we're going to take the Master Piandao right now. because it seems to be really good. It's really good. It digs for our allies. We find a jet, so we can stay within white. Nothing in here really makes me want to go into a different color right now. He is an ally, so Piandao can find him off the top. So we'll get jet. Momo's a flyer that gets flying and vigilance, and whenever he leaves the battlefield, we get to do cool things. We like cool things. He's an ally, so we always like that. Basically, this entire time, from here on out, because of Master Piandao, we're going to get allies, equipments, or lessons. I think we also want to be in mostly white, maybe with a little bit of red for Jet Freedom Fighter. Momo's a pretty solid turn 1 play, and we can also find him later and get some value off of chump blocking with him. Earth Kingdom Jailer is probably one of the best uncommons is probably the best uncommon in the set. It's really good. It gets rid of a creature ahead of time. Okay, so we can go a couple different routes here. We can go Knowledge Seeker and go into the draw 2. Whenever I draw my second card, he gets a counter, and whenever he dies, gets a clue. We can get a Compassionate Healer to go along with our allies strategy. We can get Flopsy to go much bigger. We can get How to Start a Riot and commit to white-red. I think right now we can grab this How to Start a Riot. I'm not really impressed with the Compassionate Healer unless we're in the Waterbending deck, so we'll get How to Start a Riot. Okay. We'll take the Pretending Poxbearers. It's an ally, and we can play it in a white-red deck. The Treetop Freedom Fighters is also an interesting take, but we also have a 3-drop already, and we want to make sure our curve is pretty well built out. Okay, Kyoshi Warriors coming in this late is fantastic. This tells us that our white is pretty open. Again, we'll take the Pretending Poxbearers. It's just an easy creature that replaces itself. It's an ally. It creates an ally. Once we get more ally-related triggers, it'll just be really good to have. Okay, a sold out this late is interesting. Having some premium black removal just like sitting there is very interesting, and we're not that super committed into white-red yet, so we'll speculate on this sold out. We'll play get up John John's Deserters. It's an ally within our primary color. Beetle-Headed Merchants is better in the white-black deck than Otter Penguin in the white-blue deck. And, okay, so we got the Corrupt Court Official late as well. This tells me that the white-black sacrifice deck looks pretty open right now. He's not an ally for our Master Piandao. Knowledge Seeker this late too? Ooh, okay. So we have a really good bomb here in Katara Water Tribe's Hope. We could go into this kind of white-blue allies deck, since we're not super committed into one of the other colors yet. And Katara is just a really good bomb, especially in the allies deck, because she creates an ally herself, and we can waterbend and make it all of our creatures massive. So Katara Water Tribe's Hope is a pretty good pick here. and it will definitely lead us harder into the white-blue deck. Okay. Huh. Well, this is kind of unfortunate. Nothing in here that I'm too terribly excited about. Fancy footwork could be solid, but that's more into the Flyers deck. Judge's Zers, put a counter. We're not really super excited about all that. We definitely aren't going blue-black. So it's unlikely that we'll be able to play Hama. I think we take another Poxbearers here. Okay. Looks like blue's getting cut off over here. But we'll take the white removal here. Okay. And this will lock it in for us. The Sandbender Scavengers is a great pool to grab late. Like midway through the second pack. And I think this will solidly lock us into the white-black sacrifice deck. So now what we need is sacrifice outlets. We got plenty of sacrifice fodder. We got a lot of cards that like to be sacrificed. So now we just need to get some payoffs. No great payoffs in here. We'll take the card that we are likely to play. This is actually quite unfortunate. I'm not entirely sure what's happening with these pools, but we'll go to Rumble Arena. Looks like we're getting caught off on our three colors over on the left. It looks like the blue, white, and black are all being choked out. We'll take another Corrupt Court Official. Right now our only sack outlet is the Beetle-Headed Merchants, which is not good. We'll take the Ruinous Waterbending. Worst case scenario, we get to gain a bunch of life off the Ruinous Waterbending. Does Jet only cares about the number of creatures we control, so we could put him in here. We take the card that we are most likely going to play. Unfortunately, we don't really intend on playing any of these, so we'll put Hama into the sideboard. We can play the Ruffians in the sacrifice deck. We can play Wolfbat. We were feeling pretty confident in the first half, not gonna lie, but yeah, the Cat Gator's just too expensive. Sandbender Storm is also not exciting. Alright, what do we have here? Okay, we can take another Jailer. Yeah, we'll take another Jailer. This deck hasn't quite gone the way that we want it to go, but we're pretty solidly stuck in white-black at this point. We could go Esper here, and actually we can, let me think on this. We go Knowledge Seeker, Katara, Hama, take out the Jet. Ooh, Foggy Swamp Visions in this could be really good. Nothing else really speaks to me, so we'll play this Foggy Swamp Bombs here. Tools of War. Okay. So we'll take the Tools of War here and hope the Callus Inspector wheels. And so now what we can do is we start looking for draw effects. We get some how many allies do we have? We have 10 allies. Piandao will trigger. Okay, we get Callus Inspectors here. We don't have that much searching right now. So let's get this Canyon Crawlers as a swamp cycling, and it gets us a food whenever we do foggy swamp visions. Okay, another Callus Inspector. If we had some sort of sacrifice outlet, we'd be a lot happier. Unfortunately, we don't really have any sacrifice outlets. Yeah, we really don't have that many sacrifice outlets